Could a seismic shift in the U.S. legal landscape be upon us? There's a fascinating development that's taken place, and it's set to change the future of regulatory litigation in a big way. The U.S. Supreme Court has recently overturned the Chevron doctrine in two landmark cases, Loper-Bright v. Raimondo and Relentless v. Department of Commerce. A significant move that's already stirring the waters of regulatory interpretation. The timeline of events leading up to this momentous decision started with the establishment of the Chevron deference in the mid-80s. This principle allowed courts to defer to government agencies' interpretations of ambiguous statutes relevant to their function. Its intention was to balance the power between the judiciary and administrative bodies, providing a framework for agency decision-making. Fast forward to the present day, the Supreme Court ruled 6-3 in favor of overturning this doctrine. This means courts must now independently assess agency actions under the Administrative Procedure Act, a shift that rejects the Chevron deference framework. This decision underlines the judiciary's duty to interpret laws and signals a potential reevaluation of past decisions reliant on Chevron. However, this ruling doesn't completely eliminate deference, it simply modifies the landscape of regulatory interpretation and could potentially impact future legislative and judicial practices. The ripple effects of this decision are far-reaching. For one, it could affect how government agencies interpret congressional statutes. This has implications for areas like medication approval, pollution regulation, and even how we tackle pressing issues like climate change. The ruling could challenge the authority of agencies like the FDA and the EPA, potentially making science-based regulation harder. Agencies might become more cautious and hesitant in decision-making, possibly leading to delays in approvals and even exposure to unsafe products. It's a decision that could change how the government functions and legislates. In summary, the Supreme Court's decision to overturn the Chevron doctrine marks a shift in regulatory litigation. It stresses the judiciary's role in interpreting laws and might prompt a re-evaluation of past decisions. While not eliminating deference entirely, it alters the landscape of regulatory interpretation and could affect future legislative and judicial practices. The potential implications are vast, impacting everything from medication approval to pollution regulation. It might challenge the authority of agencies and could even make science-based regulation more difficult. Agencies might become more cautious, potentially leading to delays in approvals and increasing the risk of exposure to unsafe products. This is a shift that's set to reshape the future of regulatory litigation. As we navigate this new legal landscape, one thing is certain: the impact of this decision will be felt across many sectors. Get ready for a new era in U.S. regulatory litigation. Please like and subscribe.